But that leaves the remaining 60% of the electorate that are persuadable. They may be straight independent, they may lean Democrat, they may lean Republican, but they're going to be an educated voter, and they're going to take a look at the issues. And they're going to look at, who do I know, and who do I trust? That's how you go out and get the votes. Person-to-person contact, somebody coming up to your door, hat in hand, asking about your situation. What can I do to help? There's nothing that can overcome any issue. You have to have the person-to-person contact. You have the person-to-person contact. Now you're putting yourself in a position to be very competitive for that 60% of the persuadable vote.
Now, you mentioned that incumbents tend to outperform the generic polls by 12 to 22%.
Yes.
Can you describe, I guess I'm not really clear what you mean by that. Is that based on past polling that you've seen? Is that something this year that you're seeing?
Yeah, what happens is, my understanding, even quickly, but what happens is that when you ask the polling question, typically you'll ask first, would you vote for a Democrat or Republican? Without any names, without individuals, and they'll tell you that's the generic, and then when you get further and you ask, would you prefer Ray Pryor or his opponent, they tell you that answer and compare that to the generic.
Just one additional point, Speaker, and that goes to the individual contact that we make, because the generic obviously reflects the environment that you're referencing. But when somebody hears the name Dan Dodd or Ray Pryor, then they're realizing the person who has been to their door to make that point. And that's why we are outperforming the generic in such a great way.
And those are numbers from this year, right? That's
Yes.
not past.
Yes.
Can I just follow up on that? And I asked the same.
This the last one.
Okay. Same question that we asked the Republicans 2 years ago. Is there a way to calculate an enthusiasm gap? In other words, if you look at these competitive districts, can you weight it and give Republicans a 1%, 3%, some kind of enthusiasm edge? And what happens if you go ahead and grant the inevitable, which it seemingly is, as 08 was, for your team? Can you weight some of these districts with an enthusiasm edge for the other team?
Absolutely.
And have you done it?
We have. And so what we do is we take a look at the likely Democratic turnout, the likely Republican turnout in each district. And we know what our vote deficit is going in, and we know what amount of votes we need for our vote advantage, right, is going in to the election. And we know that we have to turn out that amount of voters. And so we aren't going into election season with, kind of a blind eye on this stuff. We're paying very close attention to what that enthusiasm gap may or may not be based on who our candidates are, and working very closely within the entire Democratic family to turn out all of our voters and all of the voters that we know to be swing voters. One of the things that we haven't commented on here thoroughly today is the very robust coordinated campaign that the Ohio Democratic Party has put together that we're working with. That is not reflected in what we've talked about here today in our door-to-door activity, but is on top of that and will help assist us in making sure that our base comes out strong.
Thank you very much.